Alright, so in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how you can replace the horn mechanisms on these Simplex 4903, 92, 19 electromechanical horn strobes, and it'll look something like this. There's also the 4903, 92, 17 variants. The only difference between the two is the flash rate. This one does a flash rate of 60 per minute, but there are other ones. I don't know exactly what the flash rate is, but this one in particular is the 9219 model. So this one right here, the horn mechanism, it doesn't want to sound properly. Like when I apply power to it, it just makes a clicking sound. But somebody told me that I could just put a flathead screw in this thing, like right in here, and I can push up the bridge or push down the bridge down to change the pitch, but it just won't do anything. And I've done this before with the older horns, but in this one in particular, it's a little tricky. But no matter how many times I adjusted it, it won't do anything. So I'm gonna be taking this entire thing out, and I'm gonna be replacing it with something similar to this. I'm gonna be replacing it with this Siemens U-HN electromechanical horn strobe. This is the exact same horn, except this one is a Siemens rebrand. I don't know who originally designed these. I think it was Faraday or FOS, and depending on the branding, they would sometimes release these with just this little mechanical horn itself, or depending on the branding, they'll also release it with its own cover design. So I saw on eBay, and there were some Cerebus Paratronic brandings, and they were selling it for $30 or $40, which is a little too much to just replace this. And this one I found on eBay, I got it for $20, so it was a bit of a steal, but it'll do. So yeah, I'm gonna be showing you what it looks like. So right off the bat, you can see the cover plates for the horn. So if I can just take this out right now, the exact same horn mechanism, and all I need is this, and I'm going to be taking this off so I can install this electromechanical horn onto that. So okay, so before I get started, you're going to need I think it was a T15. I don't know if I'm getting the exact same name correct, but this is a Star 15 screw bit, which will work on these screws. So and then later on you might need a Phillips head. So for right now, you're going to need something like this to be able to take these off. So I'm going to get started right now with taking it out. Just be careful, because by the time you put these back on, the plastic covering is very fragile, so you just want to be careful not to screw it in by the time you put it back. But for right now, we don't have to worry about that because we're going to take this off. All right, so a little pressure right here. There we go. Just keep going all the way in. Okay, do the same thing with this one right here. A little pressure. There we go. All the way out. All the way out. Okay, I'm gonna turn this around, and then we're gonna use your other hand to, first you're gonna use your thumb to push in the screw, and then use your index to try your best to turn. It's gonna be a little tricky right now. Just keep turning it, it'll go up. There we go. So So that'll come out, and the screw will fall in, and do the same thing with this one. Okay, so I managed to get them off, and next thing you gotta do is, before you pull out the horn, I'm gonna pull these jumpers out. This turns on. This will make the strobe flash, so you want to take this off first. It's going to be a little hard to do it, so you got to be careful, because if you pull too hard, you're going to break off the cord off the jumper, so you don't want that. So let's see. There you go. You want to try to grab it like by the little middle piece right here, and then just give it a little wiggle, and it's gonna be very tricky. Let's see, I'm gonna grab it to something. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Just have to be careful here not to break off the thing. There you go. So just like that, it comes off. And then do the same thing with this one. Again, you just gotta be careful not to pull too hard. You're gonna break off the little piece. There you go. And just take this off, and it should look something like this. So you want to set this aside now, and you want to grab the new horn. But as I mentioned, I only need this. So before we install it onto here, we're going to take this cover off, and for this you're going to use your typical Phillips head screwdriver. I'm going to take this off. Alright, once you get the screws out from the cover, you'll just want to pull this out and set this aside. You want to bring back your 4903 cover, and then just insert it right here, and then have it facing this way. So we're gonna do that right now, but before we do anything else, now we have to put these screws back on that came with the 4903 units, and then just place it back on. And the way to do that, first and foremost, you're gonna get both the nut, leave it aside here, and then get the screw. So not meant to do that. Hang on. Okay, so first and foremost, we're gonna do this. We're gonna, Jesus Christ. Okay. Trying to find the, there you go. So you want to grab that. Alright, so once it's in, it'll hopefully stay there. Alright, now you want to do is just align it right here like this, and then with your index finger you just push the screw up, and then align the nut, and then just turn it with your thumb, and then it'll secure. It's not fully in yet, or fully secured yet, so we're gonna do the other one next. Alright, so both are in. Now you gotta do is grab these jumpers and then connect them back. So first you gotta make sure connect them right. This side's for the positive on the strobe, this one is for the negative. So you want to connect the red wire for the positive right here. Just carefully push it in, just so. There you go. And do the same thing with the other one. Just like that. So you still gotta tighten the screws, and the way to do that, unfortunately, I'm gonna need both hands for this. So I'm gonna see if I can put my phone down and then record this the best I can. Okay, so I have my phone down, and I'm gonna be using both hands to properly screw this. So with my left hand, I'm gonna be holding this up, and then with my right hand, I'm gonna grab my screwdriver, and then all I gotta do is just tighten this carefully. You don't want to tighten this too much. Oops. There you go. So you don't want to like tighten it too much, because as I mentioned, the housing on these things are very sensitive, so you don't want to like crack it or break it. So I'm gonna go slowly, and once I feel it's secure enough, and it should be good to go. I'm gonna do the same thing with the other side, but I'm gonna stop it right here just to save some time. Alrighty, it's as good as new now, so that's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna be making a separate video where I test this thing out, so I won't be doing it on this video, so stay tuned for that. Overall, that's pretty much it for this video, so thank you for watching.